Okay, so hello future engineers. For this discussion video, we have to focus on the building automation system or your building management system. Okay, so if we have to look at this picture, this is the totality of your building automation system or your building management system, wherein we are integrating a lot of systems into one system to perform a specific function in a specific building. So every day we hear more and more about the negative effects of climate change and the efforts for creating a sustainable environment. One of these efforts is to make buildings more friendly for the environment, more friendly for the people that occupy it by incorporating what we call or what we refer as your building management system or your building automation system. So now the question is, what is your building automation system? Building automation or your building management system is making an intelligent building by using your technically advanced systems that fully integrates the control of security, the access control, your lighting, your heating, ventilation, your air conditioning, and other major building functions. Building automation system or your BUS or your BMS refers to centralized computer-based system that monitor and control building systems and including your energy use. The systems vary in capability and functionality, but all are designed to give some level of centralized oversight and remote control of your HVAC systems, lighting and other building systems such as fire and life safety, your security systems, your elevators. Some centralized systems also provide the capability to monitor and integrate the functions of your multiple buildings from a central location. Okay, so basically, kung tanawan natin in this general na definition, your building automation or your building management system is an intelligent nga system. It is composed of your hardware and at the same time your software. Ang imong purpose is to connect sa sari-sari nga type of systems, whether it be for heating, for ventilation, for air conditioning, or HVAC pattern. We also whether gustong may integrate ang imong lighting, ang imong security, ang iban pa nga mga systems to communicate into one single nga platform. This way, ang aton nga automation system is delivering you a crucial nga information para sa aton nga operational performance sa aton nga building as well as para ma-enhance natin ang safety kag comfort sa ating mga occupants. Okay, so building management system helps the facility managers in following. Number one, makita nila ang building, ma-understand nila ang building, make the intelligent decision in terms of operational and energy management, kaya makita natin ang energy use, computerized maintenance scheduling, early detection sa problem, individual tenant billing, remote monitoring of plants, so including sa imong fire pumps, plumbing pumps, electrical supply, and iban pa da ang mga mechanical parts ng mga building. So usually, these types of automation systems are installed in brand new nga building as part of the sang pag-ubra na nga daan sa bagong nga building. Or pwede, ng imong nga building automation or your building management system is part of your retrofitting. Maghambal ta retrofitting, that is a process of making change sa isa ka building. Sang isa ka old nga building into a new nga format, whether to comply with the new nga standards or to make it into adapt with the modern nga mga designs. So the main purpose of your building automation system are reducing, number one, sang imo nga energy consumption. Pwede man nga this includes your reducing man sa maintenance cost or improving syempre sang mga comfort at the same time productivity sa imong mga tenants or sa imong mga occupants, and even extending the life cycle sa imong mga utilities or sa imong mga ginapanggamit or mga devices and components kag utilities inside your building. Okay, so your building automation system or your building management system helps in controlling the following parameters. Number one, humidity, temperature, lighting, safety, and security, together with your airflow. Okay, so the level of automation can be defined as per the requirement of the occupants and facility manager. The extent of your automation helps in making the building more responsible for supporting the green cause. We can optimize the use of your lighting, power, water consumption based on your occupancy. So, mo ni mention naton nga pwede lang natin i-control kung ano lang ang gasiga, kung ano lang ang gaandar nga mga ng mga devices or utilities dira sa building depende kung diin lang ang occupied. So, okay, so ano gid bala ang function sa aton nga building man automation system. So, buildings controlled by your building automation system oftentimes gina-refer gid sila naton as your smart or intelligent ka mga building. So nga or nga amo na ang term nga ginagamit naton because the building is mangin more user friendly na siya. It will be on a greener option and less expensive to operate. So most of the processes are handled sa isa lang ka centralized nga unit. Kag more advanced nga mga systems can also be controlled remotely, whether it be on a mobile nga devices using specific apps or platforms nga pwede makakontribute sa aton nga smart building term. So even though building managers have almost no direct input sa aton nga system except when they need to make certain adjustment or optimization. For example, they usually don't have time to be trained kung paano gamiton ang aton nga system. So they want to start working on a system from day one para to be able to find some mga relevant information right away so that they can take the needed actions as soon as possible. With that being said, a well-designed nga building system should be easily accessible. It should also be intuitive and at the same time pwede makontrol remotely. So in simple terms, the term building automation system, just like the human brain, it tells us that the building equipment or your building equipment, building utilities, kung anong ilang himuon. So just like your brain, it tells your hand, for example, or your legs nga magiyo sila, ang imong heart nga mabit siya, duka mo na. So the core functionality of your building automation system are keeping the heating, cooling, and ventilation within a certain range lang. So humidity, control, lighting. So based on the occupancy nga schedule lang. So proper functioning sang aton nga mga elevators pwede man nga i-integrate naton with your building automation system. So again, pwede man naton i-include diri or i-integrate ang aton nga fire prevention, security, and even mga critical systems nga ara man sa aton nga building. Okay, another nga pwede himuon sa building automation system or your building management system is it should also monitor the performance kag potential failures sang kada utility and alert sa aton nga mga manager or mga engineers sa aton nga building kung may na-detect nga malfunctions. So for example, based on the data provided, your building automation system will regulate the temperature in a building according to the needs of mga occupants. For example, or through its sensors, it will uncover that there is need for improving, for example, sa indoor nga air quality. So, makita na natin dahil ang possible ng mga problema. So, okay, ano ang advantage of using your BAS or BMS? So current BAS is outfitted with the numerous sensors and meters that gives numerous advantage not simply to the structure proprietors regarding higher energy proficiency and support cost. However, for all representatives and tenants in the structure, as far as expanded efficiency and solace, we partition the advantage into three significant classes. Okay, so we have here. So Okay, so before kita magpadayon sa sining advantage, kinahanglan naton i-discuss. So, I just would like to emphasize, kalabanan ng mga tao, they think of commercial buildings as static na objects. However, there are so many ng mga processes in everyday life nga that make these buildings very vibrant. Okay? In only one day, the lights go on and off numerous times. So vents letting air according to the needs of your employees. Cooling and heating systems adjust sa ato nga temperature and many more processes, even heating sa mga tubig. So, and many more processes that have to be controlled properly. Okay, in practice, kalabanan ng mga offices incorporate ang ginatawag natin ng mga motion sensors in their building automation system para ma-turn off ang lights when, for example, wala na ginagamit ang isa ka room. So, may amo na ng mga type of systems sa iban nga mga buildings or iban ga incorporate sila sa light sensors nga naga-detect the level of sunlight sa isa ka room, making sure nga ang imo nga building automation system will adjust the indoor lights depende sa presence of sunlight. Kung sanag naman lang sa room, hindi niya napagpasigahon ng suga. So, that is one of the features ng ating building management or building automation system. Okay, so ano gid nga mga type of system ang pwede nato ni-include? So number one, pwede nato ni-include ang ato ng HVAC system. Pwede tayo include mga rooftops nga mga units. Pwede ang mga electrical system naton included dara ang imong lightings. Pwede ta man i-include mga security system, mga plumbing system, mga fire alarms kag iban nga mga emergency system or pwede man ang mga elevators naton. Okay, so we have here ano ang aton nga makuha or ano ang benefit or advantage of your building automation system. Okay, so ang mga modern nga building automation system, they are equipped with many sensors and meters that provide sang damo nga benefit not just for the building owners in terms of the higher nga energy efficiency and maintenance cost, but even para sa mga employees and occupants sang certain nga building in terms of syempre para sa mga gaobra dira increased nga productivity, para man sa mga tenants or occupants increase man nila productivity kunami ang environment, at the same time comfort sa mga occupants. So we have, okay, number one dari is your monetary or financial perspective. So, despite the fact that carrying out a bus is a pricey venture, appropriately utilized one pays for itself after some time by bringing down the upkeep expenses and service bills. There are numerous examinations that show by permitting your building automations system to screen and change the HVAC framework as indicated by the inhabitants, there can be cost to reserve fans. Okay, so kung ang kung ang gamit sang every piece of equipment sa isa ka building is optimized, syempre ang iyang lifespan ma-increase man, which would result in more indirect nga saving. So another important nga financial aspect nga pwede naton lantawan is that increasing the building's overall value. So firstly, mag-implement kita sa building automation system that is adding to the property's value. Buot siningon, ang ginamin ko is that kung may building automation system, isa mo na iya ka feature, isa na naka-asset sa imong company, isa na naka-asset sa imong building nga may amo ka muna nga pwede nyo na dayon ipabugal. So secondly, by offering better comfort as well as being more environmentally friendly, smart buildings are more attractive sa mga tenants. Okay, so take note of that one. And this may result sa a higher nga rents or higher nga stay or longer nga stay sa imong mga occupants. Next one, we have here occupants' comfort. So despite the fact that the inhabitants' solace can't be introduced in numbers, that doesn't imply that ought not be considered. So, even though ang aton nga occupants comfort, hindi natin pwede makita in numbers, that doesn't mean that it should not be taken into account. So, the greatest advantage of having a robotized nga HVAC system is having your proper nga temperature into in whether it kung ano man ang nga season, whether it be winter or summer, by controlling some temperature before anybody shows up in the structure and after everybody leaves. Okay, appropriately arranged building automation system can assist with the building administrator to keep away from the horrendous cause of representatives feeling excessively hot or excessively cold. So, kung okay ang pag-configure natin sa ating nga building automation system, so it can help to build your operators to avoid sa mga tawag halin sa imo nga mga customers. Okay, so another advantage that adds to the inhabitants' solace is the capacity to expand the utilization of regular light. At that point, to manage the measure of natural air in the structure, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. As a rule, so um, when individuals begin feeling tired and torpid, this is the result of the absence of outside air and oxygen. Okay, ano ang buot silingon sini? So, ang another nga benefit that contributes to the occupants' comfort is ang ability naton or ang ability sa specific nga environment or your building to maximize the use of natural light kag i-regulate syempre ang amount of fresh air sa building. Usually, kung ang mga tao they start sleepy and lethargic, it's because nga kulang sila sang sang fresh air kag oxygen. Okay, so clean structures will generally have less carbon. Okay, this belongs to sa ginatawag naton nga environmental syempre nga aspect. So smart buildings tends to have fewer syempre nga mga carbon footprints, making them more economical and energy productive, which opens the entryway for getting certificates like LEED. So mga certificates na nga pwede mo kung environmentally friendly ang imo nga building. Many structures proprietors are especially keen on having an arrangement of energy proficient structures. Okay, so syempre, mas attractive ni sa especially sa mga may knowledge in terms of green buildings. So, ang kadamo sa mga owners and at the same time tenants and occupants nga interested in having a syempre nga stayhan mo nga lugar nga syempre energy efficient building siya. Okay? So, that is one of your um, ano na din pambakod kag ara na dayon si mo portfolio as a building. Okay, so a bus or consists of software and hardware. So the software program usually configured in a hierarchical manner can be proprietary using such protocol. Vendors are also producing BMS that integrates using internet protocols and open standards such as DeviceNet, Modbus, and BACnet. Okay, so syempre para makontrol mo siya through remotely or through internet, dapat may mga specific system ka or your specific protocol nga pwede siya maka-communicate through internet. Okay, so ano ang mga components of your building automation system? So we have here a building automation system usually Composed siya sa 5 ka components, and this includes your sensors, your outdoor devices, your controllers, your communication protocol, and your terminal interface. So, kabalo ta kung ano ang mga sensors. So, maghambal ta sensor, syempre, they are your devices that keep track of the humidity, the temperature, the lighting levels, how many people ang ara sa room, for example, kung may presence ng smoke sa rooms, kag iban pa nga mga parameters. So after gathering sang sini nga mga information, raw nga mga parameter, ang ini nga mga sensors, they transmit them sa aton nga mga controllers. Okay, so ano naman ang mga controllers? Ang aton nga mga controllers, syempre, they are your brains sa aton nga building automation system. Sila ang nagakolekt sa aton nga information halin sa aton nga sensor, and according to that information, sila dayon ang masend sina or mapadala sina sa aton nga mga connected nga system. So whether it be your HVAC system, your lighting system, or iban pa nga types of system. So next, syempre, sensors to controllers. Next, we have your output devices. Kung ang aton nga controller, for example, nag-send sang isa ka command. So, ang aton nga mga relays kag actuators sang specific na system, sila ni ang masunod sang sini nga mga instruction or requirements. Okay, for example, turning on sang aton nga heating or air conditioning at 6 a.m. So, when people come to work at 8 a.m., so properly heated na or air conditioned na ang isa ka office. So, that is your work sa imong output devices. Sila na ang magana. Pero ang instruction, syempre, naghalin sa aton nga controllers. Kag nag-act ang aton nga controller nga i-perform niya na because naghalin man ang iyang data halin sa sensors. Next one, we have syempre aton nga communication protocols. Ano naman maghambal kita communication protocol. Okay, so hindi ito pagdetalye because this one will be discussed on your data communication. But kung maghambal kita communication protocol, so every building automation systems, nagagamit na sila sang ilang specific na language to connect with your individual component. And another one is depende sa isa ka supplier or sa isa ka company kung ano ang ilang nga ginagamit nga communication protocols. So protocols help each component para makasend sila kag makareceive sila sang information in order to adjust its settings kag ma-execute ni ang ini nga mga commands. So amo na ang ginahimo sa communication protocol. Do amo na ila language nga pwede sila makaistoryahan ay. Another daring nga component naton lastly is your terminal interface. So ano ang terminal interface? So in your building automation system, tanan-tanan na ang mga BAS, may ara na sila sa ginatawag naton nga user interface or terminal from which the building and the facility operators can access it. So, bot siningon, dapat may arada sang human-machine interface nga pwede nila lantawan. So, this terminal nagabulig sa aton nga mga users to understand the information nga gina-transfer naton between each component. So, para makita naton ano lang gakatabo. So, dapat may ara kita isa ka interface. So, this gives the opportunity para sa aton nga mga users, sa aton nga mga engineers, sa aton nga mga workers para makahimo sila sang adjustments manually. So these displays are visual kag may ara ang iban nga mga human machine interface sa mga daw photorealistic nga graphics or AutoCAD na representation. These graphics usually show sang kung ano ang presence sa kada floor or sa kada floor plan kag kung ano ang mga specific nga equipment nga present sa sina nga specific nga lugar. So that is your components. This includes your sensors, your controllers, your output devices, your communication protocols, and your terminal interface. Okay, so before kita mag-end, okay, may gusto lang ko emphasize about sa your building automation system. So, Siyempre, because of the trend of your technology, halos na nag-adapt na with the building automation system. But if ever you will be working later on sa mga buildings, make sure na ang gina-adapt ninyo nga building automation system is right or fit para sa specific na building. So while implementing a building automation system, so ang mga managers or kag mga engineers, they need to make sure that it will not become obsolete in few years. Ano ba siningon? Because may bago nga technology every now and then. Dapat tan-awon mo na nga daan kay base ang ginagamit ni mga system will be obsolete in the next few years. So syempre, because of the ever-changing nga technology, it poses a big na challenge para sa sini nga mga type of systems. So, building managers and even mga workers and engineers working in this type of technology need to be up to date sa mga technology nga changes kag kung paano ang ini nga mga changes can be implemented sa aton nga existing system. But silingon, i-consider mo na nga daan, if ever magbag-o man ang system, pwede ayahan maka-adapt ang akong system nga gamiton diri. So building automation systems are not something that you will set and forget. So, but siningon, kinanglan mo sa proper nga strategy para mangin functional siya, hindi lang for isa ka tuig, kundi for a long time, for many years. Many buildings, may ara lang sila gani sa mga simple lang automation system. Okay, that provide limited lang information para sa iyang mga users. So, ang mga managers, hindi nila easily ma-optimize ang system because kulang sila sa mga informations. So, however, ang full nga upgrade sang sini nga mga systems nagagmay lang ang mga system nga ginagamit for specific nga mga buildings. So, it requires syempre sa dako-dako nga investment. So, ang iban nga mga owners sa mga building or even ang mga managers, gina-decide nila nga i-reduce man ang ila syempre nga spendings by using lang sang retrofitted nga system. So, hambago kagina, retrofitting is they are just trying to make adjustment sa daan nga building para mag-adapt siya with the new technology, with the new standards. So that is your retrofitting. Another challenge is um, using sang closed na nga building automation system. Maghamba ka closed nga building automation system. So, it allows closed nga building automation system nag-allow sang adding new features to the existing systems only if ang ina features are coming from the same company. So, amo ni kada permi ang nanging concern. So take note lang nga may ara gid specific nga companies nga hindi sila pwede ka connect. Okay, kumbaga do apple to apple do ka mo na. So nga type of systems. So this way ang system upgrade kung amo ni nga type of system ang na-implement niya for example, ma-limited lang iyang feature kag hindi siya maging flexible sa mga possible nga changes or advancement nga pwede ma-encounter dapat sa inyo nga system for the specific nga building. Okay, so this is it for now. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless.